Welcome back to the channel, folks. Today we'll be giving you an update on our 1997 Tioga walkabout. This here camper has brought us around the country and obviously on more trips than just that. But she's got some issues and we are gonna hopefully rebuild her, bring her back to life. As you can tell, we're not at the rebuild stage yet. We're at the teardown stage. So hopefully I can rebuild it and we can go camping again. We're not going to be diving into much work today, but we will be showing you guys the stage we're at and how far we've come so far in at least the teardown part of the rebuild of the Tioga. With that being said, let's get into today's video. Very depressing sight over here, folks. Got these 4x4s supporting the front bunk. And all the screws and such taken out. Alright, folks, sorry if the video quality is bad. My GoPro just died and I am a little upset about that because it would have been a lot easier to record with the GoPro. But anywho, that's all we got gutted out of this Tioga bunk. And obviously the bunk is the bad part and what's going on up here. We got a little leak section, which I will show you. And yeah, it got us to this point. So here's a better look at all the lovely stuff we got to strip out of the bunk. Obviously you could tell that some of these are not good pieces, but we're keeping them for size reference for now. Obviously most of this wood is gonna have to get changed because it's all sketchy looking wood, so we're going to probably just change it all because there's no point in putting sketchy wood back in it. And here's the moment we've all been waiting for. Oh, cooked. So as you can see, we had a small leak up in this corner that ended up dripping down the wall. Toasted this whole wall. This wall probably gonna have to redo. If not, I could just cut out that section. And put in new. But it might be easier to just do it as a section itself. As well as, when it rains, it would catch into these trim pieces because they weren't sealed great, and fill up in here with water, and it rusted out this metal beam that the screws go up through, which is pretty sick. And then obviously killed the piece of wood under it, which is pretty sick, and made dirty wood. Obviously this whole section wasn't too great either, so that's why this looks like this. I already ripped out everything because it was pretty bad. Obviously, there's still some left that I missed. And I'm not really trying to dangle myself over there too far if I don't have to. Now, this side didn't have that roof leak issue. This wallpaper and everything, it looks pretty solid. So that's a plus. But this side had that issue of building up in that trim piece. And then the water going up through the wall. So that metal bar, like this side, is toast, and we're gonna have to replace the bottom half of this. I really don't want to play with these windows if I don't have to. So that's really the meat and potatoes are where we're at. That front piece was never good looking, so we're gonna do something different with that as well. On this front window, this side is all right. This one, not so much. So we might end up doing redoing this side section. And again, I don't want to play with that window either. So hopefully we don't have to go that far. But we will see, folks. And then obviously, if that's all like that, right? This is probably not good. Especially if it's got that. Oh, wow. Yeah, that going on there. So we're probably going to try to pull these out too. And replace all of it. Because with all that wet wood that was originally here, that's why it was all sagging and all droopy and upset and not holding screws into the metal angle or whatever that is. Really not excited to have to dive into this, but we're at this point. So if you guys got any tips, like you've done this before and you got a tip, feel free to comment down below. And any help is definitely greatly appreciated, unless you're telling me I'm an idiot and I should have just got rid of the camper, because then I don't really care what you have to say at that point. We also think the issue with that being damp and the front area getting damp is because of these cab lights. These cab lights are basically original cab lights, and the grommet that sits on the roof is probably worn out and not good either. So we're gonna have to go in there, change those cab lights and such, just to seal up that front top part. And then I think we're running new cab lights anyway, because the old ones shorted out and we had to cut the wire. So this camper hasn't had cab lights ever since we were in Alabama on our cross-country trip. So, yep, we're going to be diving into that as well, which should be all delicious. Can't wait. Super excited. We have been letting our air out, though, obviously. I know you guys are concerned about what you see here, but we've been spraying some of this stuff to control it. And we've been airing it out so it can breathe and dry up. And this stuff, it obviously, I got all that out, so the rest of it can dry, but yeah, this is not good wood to reuse for sure. This is that cab light wire. So I wonder if it could be a bad connection or a short in here, which should be fun to find out as well. If anyone was wondering what it looks like under this on your Class C bunk, it looks like this. Not good. Not good. Other than this bunk being a total disaster and a lot of work ahead of us here, and I say us because you guys are going to be coming along with this, everything else is mint in this camper besides all the stuff in the kitchen area. We had water running through it before we parked it. Obviously, it's still running. We had it running last week, which was mint. It started right up, no issues. And yeah, it's just this bunk. We've had problems with this bunk ever since we got this camper, basically. So it's not really surprising, but we don't want to keep doing this. And we do this like every 4-5 years now. So it's like, yeah, maybe let's just gut out all the bad wood and do it right. And that's what we're trying to do here, folks. So thanks for watching. Make sure to stay tuned for the camper bunk rebuild that we are about to hopefully manifest some beauty out of this. I'm kind of confident that it might turn out okay. Anyway, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Appreciate you guys tuning in. God bless. Be like Biff, and we'll freaking see you later.